Our panel was about environmental justice, and our group that, our fellowship group that we formed here is an environmental justice group. So it's on spirituality in the environment. And so we actually took Dr. King's writings from a Birmingham jail, and we tried to use that as a guide for the environmental movement and for things that are happening currently in our country involving environmental injustice, and seeing if we could use his writings as a guide to help us determine how do we successfully move through this very complex issue, and how do we do this without othering or vilifying oil companies or any of the fossil fuel companies, really, and how do we do this, how do we hold them accountable compassionately, holding on to our values without trying to make them inherently evil, as if we as citizens don't play a part in the product that they give us, so we can heat our homes and drive our cars. And so basically, how do we hold them accountable without turning them into an inherent evil, and hopefully getting some justice out of that. And through Dr. King's writings, we were able to take a couple different steps of engaging certain hot topic environmental issues like the Keystone XL pipeline, and further trying to explore what that means as a movement.
So why was this an important thing to talk about in this setting with Hebrew College people and Interreligious people and everything? Why was this something that needed to be addressed?
The environmental question?
Yes,
or?
yeah, what you were talking about in your panel. Why?
Sure. So I think from a very practical level, for people on campus, this is something that people are passionate about, and the environmental justice issues come up often. So that's one of the reasons why Ellie, Herb, and I decided to form this circle group, was because we knew that a lot of people care about what's happening with our environment. And obviously it's just one of the it's one of the things that our generation is going to have to address, that we're really, it's impacting us now. It's not this myth that it's in the future, it's actually something that's occurring now. And so our generation, we have to really start talking about this and really getting serious about it. And so I think that for people on campus, they recognize this, and this is a passion of theirs as well. So why not have Christians and Jews get together to talk about something that they're very passionate about, and see how we in our different faith traditions can try to tackle this thing. And I think the other piece of that too, though, that I should add, is that as spiritual leaders, we are going to have a tremendous role in this movement, and people listen to us as spiritual leaders. So what we say and how we lead people is going to matter for the future.
Is there anything else that you'd like the people of Andover Newton or Hebrew College or anyone who might be watching our coverage of Community Day online later that you'd like to say that they should hear?
Sure. So I think that like all issues, whether it's the environmental issue or it's any other issue, that we have to work together on this stuff. And that includes any of these political issues across the lines, whether it's Christians or Jews, or if it's Republicans or Democrats, or whoever it may be. We have to recognize that we're in this boat together, and that if we constantly try to vilify one another and constantly try to make it an us versus them, we're never going to find peace. We're never going to find what Jesus called the kingdom on earth, this true kingdom living. We'll never find it if we don't try to see each other eye to eye, and try to meet each other where we're at and value each other as people.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't walk away with the
I
microphone,
won't.
please.